Okay, so look, for like the last 6 to 7 months, I've been feeling kind of stuck. Okay, and I'm not just talking about with this channel either. Before one of you slick mouth people say something, I'm talking about in general, bro. Cause I'm gonna keep it a beam with y'all, man. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just winging this shit and hoping someone works, bro. I can't even lie to y'all. And I know everybody basically is, but damn, yo. I don't know how y'all do it, bro. Y'all make this shit look so easy, bro. I'm struggling out here, gang, but don't get it twisted, though. I know exactly what I want out of life, you know what I mean? Like, I know the things I want to accomplish. I know the things I want to do. I know the person I want to be. I know the place I want to be. But if you ask me how to get there or how to, like, accomplish any of these things, I'm looking at you like a deaf puppy with glasses, bro. Because there's a bunch of different paths I could take, but it just kind of feels like every single one of them is leading me to some kind of a dead end, you know what I mean? And it's just been giving me a bad case of the brain fog, bro. So I've been doing a lot more living lately, trying to clear my head a little. So I started trying a bunch of new things, went to a bunch of new places, started hanging out with more people, and bro, I even picked up drinking, son. Bro, relax. I only drink on occasions, and I try not to drink too often. And if I do, I try not to get drunk because, I live in New York and niggas have been wilding lately, okay? I'm trying to get back home, my body's still intact, you feel me? But surprise, surprise, bro. None of that shit fixed any of my issues, bro. I still felt stuck, and the brain fog just kept getting worse and worse by the day. But, for some reason, though, I felt pretty good, like my animation studies have been paying off. The gains from the gym finally became like really noticeable. Like I was getting aki, you feel me? And on top of that, I started rebuilding lost connections I had with some family and friends. Playboy Cardi dropped a banger album. Son, I even met a girl. Like I was for real winning, gang. And then my dad died. Yeah, man, that shit cooked me, bro. I went into work the next day trying to distract myself a little, but boy, oh boy, was that a big mistake. Because the brain fog was the worst it's ever been, you know what I'm saying? And I became even more clumsy than I already am. And it was just like, I was constantly exhausted, and I'm guessing it's because I could barely sleep at night. I couldn't think straight anymore, if at all. I couldn't process simple information properly anymore. And the worst part is I just kept forgetting or misplacing important things that I'd usually keep very secured, which was very annoying. It was like someone laced my brain with a couple doses of anesthesia and melatonin while I'm trying to force it to stay awake with nothing but air and some music. I was moving around on zombie mode, gang. And day by day, it just kept getting worse and worse. And I felt myself slowly reverting back to my old habits. I stopped going to the gym. I started wilding on the eats again. I was outside every day doing nothing but bullshit all day, bro. And if I wasn't doing that, I was in the crib playing Monster Hunter for hours trying to get dripped out. And best believe I was dripped out. I just kind of felt myself quickly going back into the box I fought so hard for years just to get out of, bro. And it was like all the progress I made to better myself over the years, I was losing it all within just 2 months. Dude. Are you okay? Alright, bro. It's starting to rain, so we're just gonna go to the bar. You should come with us, though. It's gonna be fun. It's been a couple months now since my dad passed, and the fogs are cleared up now, and I could think a bit more clearly now too. But I didn't really think my pops dying would affect me as much as it did, because me and my pops wasn't really that close. Well, we somewhat used to be at a point in time, but like we lost that bond a long time ago. Especially over the last 4 years, bro. Oh my God, things got bad. So bad, in fact, bro. Me and my dad wouldn't even speak to each other, despite the fact that we lived in the same house. But 2 months before he passed, we started building that bond back again. And I remember we sat at the dinner table one night. We actually shared a few laughs together, man. But we both even started making plans for us to spend more time together. Son, he was even talking about the both of us going to Ghana in September and all this extra shit. Yeah, 2 weeks later, he left before we could even see any of those plans through. And before we got the chance to see the full extent of what our relationship would have looked like. And all I really got to show for it is the same love for music that he has and a couple guitars I don't even know how to play, bro. But I learned, though. I'll learn. But I went back home to Jamaica for the burial, and I saw my cousin I haven't seen in a while, and she told me I've been distracted. And that shit hit me hard as hell, bro. I ain't gonna lie, because she was right. I've been hella distracted, bro. And I knew it deep down. I just wasn't really doing shit to change it, and I apologize for that, bro. But I'm coming back though. I just asked for y'all to pray for me because I'm still not 100% all there yet. But I'm gonna see y'all sooner than y'all think, bro. Trust me. Hey, what's good with y'all, boys? I've been learning the song. Some of y'all should know what this is. If you don't, well, I ain't gonna lie, that's tough because this is a banger. Here, give me a second. Okay, like, take 2. Take 7. Why does it sound like that? Am I out of tune? Like, okay. It was out of tune. So watch this. Take I don't even know no more. Take how many songs now? I don't know, I don't care. That's the best you're getting out of me. I give up. I'm done.